him out! Fire bomb, out! I got that one! Got that one!
You know what? Just ask, man. Just ask. Just cut the foreplay and ask me. Come on. You can't sit there in your comfy chair and act like you don't want to see this thing in action. So here you go. Isn't it awesome? I feel as if I could do this all day. I haven't folded this much since the last time I was in Vegas, only this time, instead of drinking in bourbon, I'm drinking in sunlight, which is probably better for my liver. Yeah, probably. Most definitely better for my liver and my credit card, because last time I checked, sunlight was free. At least, I know in America it is. Wait, is there a country where sunlight is not free? Anyways, welcome back everyone to Battlefield Hardline, where I'm excited to not only show you this folding gun, formerly known as the FMG9, but also a weapon with certain attachments that I've crowned the folding Star Wars rifle. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but just look. I know so many of you are going to call me a Star Wars scrub for playing in first person instead of third, but whatever. I still think it's pretty close to the FMG9 when you slap a suppressor on it. But before I get into all this folding machine nonsense and the throwback to good old Star Wars Battlefront, allow me to begin by showing you exactly how you get your hands on one. Now, as much as I want to say that acquiring this here FMG9 is really simple, in all honesty, it's really not. You need to start off by doing the Mechanic 1 and Mechanic 2 assignments, which unlock you the 410 Jury, which I explained in the previous video. If you haven't seen that yet, there will be a link in the description. But once you're done with Mechanic 1 and Mechanic 2, then you have to complete the assignment called Mechanic Syndicate, which directly unlocks you the FMG9. Now, Mechanic Syndicate requires you to do the following. First of all, obviously you have to do the Mechanic 1 and Mechanic 2 assignments first to unlock the assignment. Then you have to purchase 10 mechanic-specific guns and or gadgets, get 1 mechanic gold service star, 200 SMG kills, unlock the Mechanic's Tier 4 reputation track in different matches 10 times, get 15 repair tool coins, and get 15 anti-vehicle coins. And that may sound like a bunch of gibberish, but allow me to break it down for you in simple layman's terms English right here. Okay, so buying 10 mechanic-specific guns and or gadgets, really simple. Getting 1 mechanic gold service star, just as easy. Basically, you'll get 1 mechanic gold service star if you are actively pursuing the assignment. It pretty well happens to you by default automatically. It will be very, very simple for you. Getting 200 SMG kills, it can be a bit of a grind, but as long as you use the K10, I mean, you're melting people in half in close quarters and you win any engagement within 10 feet, so that will happen to you fairly rapidly if you use the K10. The get 15 repair tool coins, yet again, just ride around with your gangbanger buddy friends in Hotwire and just repair everything that you can. That will happen to you fairly rapidly. And the getting 15 vehicle coins or anti-vehicle coins, just blow shit up in Hotwire. I mean, there's so many RPGs in different people's trunks. You can use your 320, do whatever. That will all happen to you very rapidly if you play Hotwire. Hotwire is like the key to all of this, but the one piece that is very difficult for a lot of people to understand, and the one that I want to explain to you in depth because it's a little tricky, is unlocking the Mechanic's Tier 4 reputation track in 10 different matches. And allow me to explain this one a lot more in depth because it's a little bit more complex.
Yeah, you drive this thing. Suspects in the car!
Okay, so reputation in Hardline is much like a kill streak in many other first-person shooters. It's a tiered upgrade system that you can see in the bottom right corner of your screen. When you perform actions that contribute to your team's success, the bar fills up 1 box at a time. If you've unlocked a reputation tier, it will start flashing with a Q. You then hold Q to give your character certain perks such as fast aim, which increases the speed at which you ADS, or even fast reload, which is, you know, pretty well self-explanatory. Now, this whole reputation thing, as it pertains to unlocking the FMG9, is pretty simple. You have to fill up the entire reputation bar, as in all 4 squares, as a mechanic, in 10 different matches. Now, my best advice as to how to fill up this entire reputation bar is to play in a squad with some buddies in Hotwire. Like I said, your gangbanger buddy friends, and just focus on hotwiring, driving, and staying alive in the objective vehicles, and you'll get feared reputation so fast, it's not even funny. And feared, by the way, is extremely full reputation. And you can make it a lot easier on yourself. You can make it a lot easier than what I've just described to you here by using a reputation boost upgrade that can be found in battle packs that allow you to get the reputation bar full 25, even 50% faster. It's really much easier than it sounds, so don't worry about it too much. It'll be a piece of cake once you actually start playing Hotwire and applying these things that I've just told you.
I'll handle these guys.
And once you've done that, in addition to the aforementioned requirements of the assignment, you will have yourself a brand new, fully folding FMG9 or folding Star Wars rifle, whatever you would like to call it. Now, when I first unlocked it, I had to run it naked, with the accidental exception of a laser sight. That was my fault, just because that's how the gun itself is designed. I mean, the whole reason the gun exists is so that it can fold up into a neat rectangular prism while being able to snap open with a push of a button and immediately start pumping rounds into tangos or bogeys or whatever hardcore operator types call adversaries. And I must say that the impression that I got while running it virtually naked, with the laser sight of course, is that it's not exactly the sheer killing power of the K10, and it's also not quite the P90 with a massive magazine size and mediocre damage. I think it's somewhere in between. I think the 33 round capacity is pretty convenient after running the K10 for so long, which obviously only has 26. That's just straight up reload central, but allow me to spell it out for you very clearly right now. If it is me, or myself, or I, against one other dude, one other guy at the end of a hallway, face to face, mano a mano, mon gegen mon, I want to be holding the K10. I'm sorry, I know so many of you want the FMG9 to be the best SMG because it's so neat and so crafty, but seriously, in all close range situations, 1 versus 1, I want the K10, without a doubt. However, I found the FMG9 worked well against multiple enemies while back raging on numerous occasions, and it is by no means terrible in terms of killing power. You can still win many engagements against, assault rifle users at close range if you are quick to aim down sight or get hipfire headshots, but you will probably lose to the K10 and shotguns 9 times out of 10 in those close quarter situations. So my best advice to you is to watch your positioning. Don't try to take on assault rifle users at ranges beyond 20 meters, because that's a great way to get yourself shot in the face due to your massive and sharp drop off of damage. And use the heavy barrel if you're struggling to stay on target, because that is basically a weapon user's attachment dream come true. Alright, it's great.
Got that one.
Now, moving on to the folding Star Wars rifle, my specific setup is actually very simple. I slap on the suppressor, which is actually very well done if you ask me. Instead of using the cookie cutter suppressor, that's just that regular rounded one that you see in every movie and every video game and every other first-person shooter, they actually added a more modern rectangular suppressor that happens to be massive, by the way. Just look at it. It is huge. Not only is it like bulky and rectangular, but it's also really, really long. Like, it almost looks like it's excessively long, but I'm not a firearms manufacturer, so I don't know what's excessive and what's not. But in addition to the suppressor, I also use the FLIR, or more tactically, the FLIR. That doesn't really sound tactical. FLIR thermal optic on the top of the gun, just to give it a more futuristic Star Wars feel, and I think it does that perfectly. And although I personally try to stick with the flat black camo and remain true to the blaster or battle rifles that stormtroopers use in the Star Wars series, I deviated a little bit as time went on, so please don't be mad at me, please don't hate me about the whole pink zebra camo thing on a rifle that is intended to replicate the Star Wars series. I know that doesn't exactly fit in the theme, but hey, I mean, it could have been worse. I could have slapped bronze camo on it and made it into a chocolate Star Wars rifle, which I know the comment section is going to blow up with, "Wow, Badger, you didn't make a chocolate Star Wars gun? You're an idiot." Yeah, thanks, comment section. I know you guys are a little rectally Ragnarok about the whole chocolate rifle thing, but anyways, after using it for quite a while, I can actually say that it is much better than I expected. And the main surprise to me was the range that I could squeeze out of it, especially on the rooftops of downtown and on Dust Bowl. Now, Of course, when I say the range, I mean I was shocked as to how far away I could kill someone with a headshot. But hey, those dome piece multipliers don't fool around in Hardline. You can really kill someone over quite a distance with a not so damaging weapon if you hit them in the face. Those multipliers really do go a long way. And there were plenty of occasions where I went into an engagement with a dude that I could clearly see was using a gold AK or a gold M16A3 or a gold M416, and I expected to lose, only to be pleasantly surprised with him bleeding on the sidewalk and me running away with a smirk on my face. And something that I didn't quite realize until I watched the footage back was the relationship between my thermal scope and Dust Bowl. And I don't know why I didn't think of this previously. I mean, it's so obvious. Like, look, the sandstorm on Dust Bowl is super annoying. I think we all know that. When you look through your thermal scope, though, you can clearly see the heat signatures of your enemies and shoot them in the face before they even know you're there. It's like straight up James Bond, Splinter Cell, Sam Fisher, I'm about to kill a civilian type thing. I really don't know how it just sunk in just now. Like, do you ever just stop to think to yourself, like, wow, I'm an idiot. How did I not think of that previously? I am an idiot. It happens to me on like a regular basis. Like this morning I went to the grocery store and I bought medium salsa. I bought medium salsa. I don't even like medium salsa. It basically sets my mouth on fire. Or more correctly, en fuego. Or as my German brethren like to say, ins Flammen. Ja, Sie Flammenwerfer. Ich liebe Bier und schöne Mädchen und Sauerkraut. I mean, it's like, come on. Why did I buy this? I can't return this now. The customer service lady is going to know that my tongue can't handle medium salsa, and that's not a risk that I'm willing to take. I might as well just fill my mouth with lighter fluid and light it on fire, which I can't do now because lighter fluid is another item that I forgot to buy. Scheiß die Wand an!